Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, normally I used to have speeches prepared and sometimes long speeches. So I chose today just not to make a prepared speech and to tell you what I feel about corporate social responsibility. I had a father who was a remarkable man, and he had the chance to have been a student with a very well-known teacher at the University of Brussels, who was Louis de Brocaire. And Louis de Brocaire stated once, you see, with rich people, the huge problem is that they understand social problems when they see their castle burning. I believe that when we see today the social situation overall in Europe, we don't speak anymore about castle burning, but you see small houses burning in neighborhood of some large cities in France or in UK. And then you have to wonder, how can CSR address such a topic? And you know, I've worked for many years in Holland, and once, during a meeting, one of my collaborators made the sign of the cross. I say, well, look, it has nothing to see with religion. He said, it has nothing to see with religion. It's just the compass. You have to think with your brain. You have to feel with your guts. You have to live with your heart. And you need the money. Well, okay. But what is the message for us in that? The head. We have, I would say, as leaders in companies, to integrate factors as we integrate a mathematical differential equation. We receive signals coming from overall in the world, signals about sustainability of our products, signals about environmental dangers. And we have to find the right way to integrate these signals. So we have to adapt our product range for the long term. We have to adapt our policies in environment for the future. So we have really, as CEOs or leaders of a company, to integrate all these factors. And certainly what we have to integrate doing that is the sense of history. Going from the brain to the guts, it's again a question of integration. It is the ability to integrate people. And more, when we have a world activity, when we cover the world as a company, we have to take into consideration the differences in philosophy, the differences in behavior, the differences in the way people think, because they have other basic philosophies. So it is a question of integration, it is a question of perception. The third element, the heart. And I believe that this is probably one which is most important. That is integration of feelings. What is right, what is wrong? What is ethical, what is not ethical? What is sustainable and what is not sustainable? And what should be our attitude towards the requirements of the external world? I don't like to use the word money for the last point of the compass. I would prefer to speak about integration, again, integration of resources. How do we best allocate the resources so that we can really integrate the brain, the guts, and the heart? What is basically the problem we face today? When you look at the world, well, we are completely divided in another section. It is today brain and money. And we forget about the guts and the heart. So if we agree all together that we should address on the same way the 4 points of the compass, I believe really that we are on the good path. I've understood that you have a very heavy day, so I will limit my intervention to this point, and I wish you all the best for your work. Thank you very much.